Welcome back to another episode of the Sports Den Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Hooker, and who I'm here with?
Coach Brown.
Coach Brown, welcome. So tell the people, what do you coach and what do you do?
I coach at Luella High School. I'm the head girls basketball coach there. And I am also a physical education teacher.
You want a PE teacher, so everybody coming to your door, can I skip class? Can I come to your class?
Right, 24/7. That's all I get.
Okay. So now, since you're on the Sports Den Podcast, what other podcasts do you listen to?
I am athlete.
I'm athlete.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Probably Chad Ochocinco.
Oh, okay. Everybody love us on Ocho.
Yeah.
Ocho bring the character out. Everybody.
Yeah. And I like Shannon Sharp too. Claire Shea. Yeah. Nice.
I like that. Okay, so now during the season, when things ain't looking too hot, when your team is winning but they're not performing up to a higher standard, what do you look for inspiration to get your girls going?
I just, especially this year, with us being, pretty good, this year was just motivation wise was just kept reminding them about Macon. We can't win like this, if we want to get to Macon. So that was kind of our motivation piece more so this year, just really putting that in their face 24/7.
So the ghost of the ring.
Right. The ghost of the ring.
The ghost of the ring. Okay. So now you've been in the game of basketball all your life. What or who inspired you to love the game of basketball?
Well, my aunt, she played ball, so that was kind of like someone that was close to me that was hooper. I actually wear her basketball number 21. It's kind of family tradition. Literally everybody in my family, football, whatever, they wear that. But my coach, Stacy Maston, he was the first person to really put me out there on the hardwood, playing basketball. So he was, people don't realize a lot, like how much your coach play a part in a lot of the success that you have or whatever. So my coach, Stacy Masson, he was the one that really put that love and drove me with basketball.
Okay, so now I heard you was a little guard. You went to Fresno. You was a stout guard down there. So talk to me about your playing career.
Oh, yeah, I went to the Carroll High School, the home of the legendary Teresa Edwards. The 30 for 30 just shows, so these young bucks should know who Teresa Edwards is, the most decorated women's basketball player ever. So went to that high school, the birthplace of Jackie Robinson, Willie C. Harris. So, K-Roll, we have a few legends that way. So that's where I was, that's where I'm from. That's where I went to high school. Then I went to Chipola College in Florida. And from Chipola College, I went to Fresno State. So AAU, I played Essence girls basketball. So won 2 championships at Chipola, won 2 conference championships at Fresno State. So yeah, okay career.
Oh, okay. Hey, all I'm hearing is ring out the ring. That's all I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing. So you took the JUCO route.
Right.
So what made you take
Panhandle? Not, I like to throw that out there. Anybody that know anything about basketball know the Panhandle is the #1 junior college conference in the country. So it was either you going through Gulf Coast Community College or Chipola College to get to wherever that final destination was. So
you never done no smoke. You always
never always welcome it with open arms.
Okay. So now you're a coach now. How would you coach your younger self as a player?
My younger self, I would say probably be a little more less serious, a little more fun. I think that's a big thing about this generation of kids. A lot of them are capable of getting a job done. with also having more sort of that Deion Sanders mentality, that lights, camera, action. Have a good time. Life is short. So just, even with coaching, I try to be like that. Just, don't take everything so serious.
Okay. So you're a player's coach, but you understand the kids gonna get it done. You don't have to be so serious all the time. You can wind it back and just chill for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they get 50-50 of that, 50% they might get the hard nose and 50% they get the, okay.
Okay. No, because seeing you as a coach, all I see is the hard nose. I don't see what goes on that practice. I don't know what goes on that practice.
Right. Now we have a good time, we definitely have a good time. One thing I will say, all of my alumni, I probably have like 11 to 13 kids since my 6 years at Luella that's playing college ball, and they always leave and tell me the same thing. Coach Brown, thank you so much. College is so easy. We had the freshmen that's crying and so on. I'd be like, yeah, you didn't have Coach Brown as a coach. This nothing. It's easy work.
Okay, so you took JUCO route, then you went to Fresno State. As a player, now that NIL is a thing, what deals you would have went out of? What you would have went and try to seek after?
Man, it's crazy. Like, yeah. I know for a fact at JC, I would have definitely got a 6-figure deal. Ain't no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. But I don't know, man. I mean, more so those local deals or whatever, I think I would have been able to grab a few of those.
Okay. So now you went from on the hardwood to on the sidelines as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you to start coaching?
I mean, as a point guard, you always a coach. As a point guard leading the team, and your coach always have that expectation of you or being the other coach out there on the court. So it's kind of really natural. If you notice, a lot of point guards are the ones that become coaches. I mean, it's just, I guess it's just in our DNA, but that's something I always knew that I wanted to do. I want to go down as one of the greatest high school coaches of all time.
I mean, your track record is going down that path. The track record looks really good. So now, no problem. So now, what piece of coaching you take from other coaches away and you put it in your game, in your coaching plan?
At the high school level, Fed high school coach, Coach Gilbert. I love what she do. I love what she did when she was at Spartan. I kind of took a little of her, approach of how, the emphasis that she put on, defense and her press or whatever. Then Coach Hank, I have a lot of respect for her at Westlake, to do what she have done, 4 consecutive state championships and then go win the GEICO National. I don't get no better than that. So, and then Coach Geraldine at Buford, he does such an amazing job, with his program. And Coach Roe Rice, defense. We was actually coached together this year. So, I'm pretty sure he took a few things away, from me to Northview, and I kept a lot of things from him that we'll still continue to do at Luella. So it's a collective group of of coaches that I definitely watch. I have a lot of respect for them. Definitely, my mentor is Sims, Jamon Sims. He's actually the head coach at Luella now, boys basketball program. And so I really get to see him every day and just milking for information. And, I never will be that type of person that think they know everything. If I could sit and talk and get information all day, I'll do that. So, yeah.
Being a sponge.
Right.
Okay, so now, the tradition is your players run cross country. Is that tradition still going on to this day?
Yes. And they hate
it. Well, what made you say you guys have to run cross country to be on my team?
Well, I wouldn't say to be on my team, but I mean that's a strong requirement. You know, if you want to get out that hardwood, that's a strong requirement. We did it in high school. Carroll High School. That's something that I took from my coaches there. Like I said, Coach Maston, that was my high school coach as well, and it just helped you so much. You know, they hate it in the process, but when the season started, they love it. I remember one year, maybe like 4 years ago, I literally only had like 6 players, and we was blowing people out, running them out of the gym with 6 players. I don't mean where you got 6 players, you sub. I mean, like that's all we had was 6 bodies. And we played the whole entire game and we pressed, but we was in such great shape. I remember we played Jefferson. They beat us probably by 20 in the maybe Sweet 16 or Elite 8. And he said, Coach, he said, you know, I was getting reports and stuff on you guys, and just like, man, the team's so quick, they press you the whole game, and they say, well, how do you beat them? So you better have more bodies, and they better be able to run all day, because the 6 that she got can run all day. And that's just a testament from cross country. Like, we really put an emphasis on conditioning and making sure that we're in top-notch shape. So, and then it's a mental thing, you know, mental toughness. Everybody can't get out and run 3 miles. And, you know, I like to show them video and talking about Gino at UConn and stuff. You know, that's what they do. They run like they're on a cross country team. At least they did when I was in college. So.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. So now make them run cross country. So do you work out with them? And how do the workouts go when you work out with them?
You know, I get clowned on a lot. We work out together. They tell me every year, Coach Brown, you say you was gonna lose 10 more pounds. Get in here, let's get after it. So, you know, I have to make sure I do a minimum of what I could do as much as I can to be able to talk trash. You know, so when I get to the point where I'm no longer able to talk trash, then I scale it back and be like, nah, you know, I'm 35 years old. You guys got it. I done paid my dues. But yeah, you know, we work out, we play. I play with them every now and then. We have open gym, or we scrimmage or whatever with each other. I play. I work out, and when we run cross country, I always bring the reel up. So I stay in the back and bring the reel.
Okay, hey, that's some great stories right there. Great stories. Okay, yeah. So now you talk to me about your first year to Luella to now going to your 6th year.
What you mean?
Okay, so your road from Luella, the culture you had at Luella from year 1 to the culture you have now to year 6.
Man, it's crazy. I think, you know, the culture that we have there is, you know, winning. You know, every year we get a little closer to it. I mean, this year was 1.3 seconds away from it, you know. So I think it's just each year just going back, you know, especially with this class now that's coming up, the senior class. Been there 4 years together. And it's kind of, I like to always tell them, you know, listen to the story of Don Staley with her particular group, you know, how they lost, they got put out, they wound up getting put out, I think, in like the Final Four or something like that. And then COVID year happened. Then they got put out before that, Aaliyah Boston missed a shot at the buzzer. Then they came back their junior year and they won it this year. So it's just all about, I think, you know, each kid that come in the program and our alumni is very involved. They always come back. They always, you know, speaking of, you know, the importance of making sure you keep up with the integrity and the foundation that they have laid as a young, you know, group in the program and so on. And I just think the culture is just, you know, about winning, you know, getting education, being able to put yourself in a position where you don't work your behind out for 4 years and you're able to go get a, you know, free education. And but we definitely, I know for a fact, have changed the culture at Luella. It's respected when we walk in buildings. No matter what anybody say, the L in the lion is always respected when we walk in any building. whether people said or not. So, and that comes from the last 6 years of what the kids have done there in these 6 years to earn the right to be proud when they walk into any building with the L on the chest.
I mean, the confidence, you're so confident in your team and your ability to coach. Where does that come from?
I'm from South Georgia, man. No one has ever given us anything. I come from a single parent household. My mom, my sister went to University of Troy. She went Division I. She held some records at Troy. She's one of the baddest girls that ever ran in the Sun Belt. I got a brother that went to University of Akron for football, for Division I. So, 3 out of 4 kids went to play Division I sports, got a free education. My mom was an All-American in track. So it just come from that grind of of my mom, it's confidence. There's nothing in this world that you can't do. It doesn't matter what anybody say. If it's a roadblock, you either find a way to bust through it or get around it. But we don't make any excuses. We just get it done. And that come from my mom of how we was raised, me and my siblings. And that's something that's in me. It don't matter. I take the state championship game for example. We lost. It's, of course, people gonna always have their opinion. As a coach, you should have did this, you should have did that. As a player, even when I was a player, okay, she should have did this, she should have done that. But I take all that with a grain of salt, going one ear and out another one. I had someone tell me today, 90% of the people that had a comment on the game never even played at Macon, never coached on the sideline at Macon, probably never even been to Macon. So it'd be unjust due to me, my coaching staff, or my players for us to ever give a crap about anybody's opinion.
I love it. I love it.
So that's how I live my life on anything. Like if you're not in my circle, your opinion is kind of pointless.
Okay, so now I see pictures all throughout. You love posting your mom. You love it. You love posting your bodyguard.
My niece.
Your bodyguard.
Yeah.
You love posting your bodyguard. So talk to me about how important your support system is for you.
Oh, my support system is amazing. It's not too many games that you won't see my sisters, my mom, my stepmom, like my grandmother, my aunt. They drive 4 hours from South Georgia to come to the games. So yeah, my support system have always been crazy. I have a very supportive family, and my nieces. Everybody think those my kids, but I have to tell them, yeah, those my nieces. Those like my mini me's, and in about probably 3-4 years, you'll see them on front lines and gyms with a ball in their hand hooping. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Cause I remember my dad told me a story. I just saw this little girl just standing beside Coach Brown. I didn't know who it was. And then I see in the police too. I was like, "Ooh, you don't play no games." So
yeah. So my brother's a police officer. So my niece, one of my nieces, Braylon, she has come obsessed with being a police officer. So anytime she have a mom buying all kind of police stuff. So and it be me. Like, okay, let her wear it. She want to wear it to the game. Let her wear it to the game. If it was up to my sister, she wouldn't have them on.
I love the Brown family. I love the Brown family. So now we're finna get in a game of this or that. I'm gonna tell you one item or another, and you choose between that.
All right.
All right. So I know you call yourself Coach Swag. You love to dress up, everything. So what completes the outfit? The hat or the glasses?
The hat for sure.
Okay, so when you coach, you rather be dressed up in a suit that you always wear, or you be dressed down in a sweatsuit?
Depends on who we playing.
Depends on who we playing. That's a good one. That's one. So now I see you rocking the natural hair, but at first, Coach Brown, year 3-4, used to rock them braids.
Right.
So what we're gonna see this year?
We're gonna stay with the natural.
We're gonna stay with the natural.
Yeah, we're gonna stay with the natural.
Okay. So as a player, would you rather have a game winning stop or have a game winning bucket?
Game winning bucket for sure.
Okay. Which one's more relieving for you? Having a big who can finish any layup they put up, or have a shooter hit all their shots around the perimeter?
Give me the big girl.
Okay, so you talked about 30 for 30. Which player did you love looking at more? Daryl Swoops or Don Staley?
Man, you talk about two pioneers right here. Oh man. I say I go with Don because he's a point guard. So I gotta go with Don.
Don was flashy. Don was
I gotta go with Don. But Cheryl Stoop was the bucket.
Cheryl, hey, that 30 for 30 taught me a lot. Cheryl was like that. Cheryl was like that. Okay, so now we all know down there in South Georgia, I love to eat. So which holiday is bigger? 4th of July barbecue or Thanksgiving?
Definitely Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving?
100 people at the house.
Okay, so on Thanksgiving plate, would you rather have yams and dressing, or would you rather have mac and cheese and baked beans?
Yam and dressing.
What's up with yams? Like, please explain to me the goodness in yams.
Listen, old school, man. Old school. Is your great grandmother alive? She still living?
She not living.
Well, you ain't gonna never know. You not gonna never. Your grandmother living?
My grandma did cook yams one time for me. Yeah. I think I ate that.
Right. Your great grandmother still living, then you will understand. There's nothing like Southern yams.
Okay. So would you rather have ribs or would you rather have ham?
Ham. I'm not a real big rib eater.
Oh, you ham? Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather have collard greens or would you have baked beans with the beet in them?
Collard greens.
Okay. So after you eat your plate, would you rather have the pie or would you rather have the cake?
Red velvet. Red velvet cake.
I ain't had to ask for. I ain't had that Pacific cake. You just told me straight down.
My favorite, man. My auntie Sonia cooked that. That's the best red velvet cake ever.
She cooked with the pecans in them?
Yes. Listen, I haven't met anyone yet that tops her red velvet. If I ever meet someone that could top her red velvet, I give them $100.
All right, now. You gotta put your money where your mouth is.
My money where my mouth at.
All right. So now in the NBA, you're the owner. You can choose between two teams. Would you rather own the Lakers or would you rather own the Warriors?
Lakers, rich history is undefeated.
Okay. So now in the WNBA, you got a plethora of talent throughout the league. So now, would you rather choose Asia Wilson or Jonquel Jones?
Asia Wilson, without a doubt.
Asia Wilson just got that dog in her?
She just different, man. You can start it. You can put anybody around and win. Yeah, Asia Wilson for sure.
Okay, so now, you can go to either of these sidelines. Would you rather coach the Atlanta Dream for a year or coach the South Carolina Gamecocks for a year?
Gamecocks.
The gang, you'll go to Columbia and win your ring?
Gamecocks.
The Gamecocks has probably, I say, the best fan base in women's basketball, to me.
I think them in UConn, Tennessee. I don't think those two fan bases is ever going anywhere. UConn and Tennessee fan bases is unreal, and we not even talking about Stanford.
Yeah, we didn't even get over to Stanford. We ain't go on the West Coast. We stayed on the East Coast.
Right. So I think those basketball programs for women is just absolutely amazing. So now I think South Carolina is definitely up there. But when you're talking about UConn, Stanford, Tennessee, and South Carolina, yeah, those fan bases is amazing. I can only imagine, just from going to Fresno State, how those kids are treated at those schools.
Oh man. So now let's talk money making decisions. Would you rather own a hotel or own a resort?
A resort.
Where at?
Probably Cancun.
Can
Cancun somewhere, yeah. I
okay.
like Cancun.
Okay. So would you rather own land in Florida or own land in Texas?
Florida.
Florida without a doubt, because the weather, by the beach and everything.
Got all the beaches.
Okay, so now, would you rather own a gas station or own a grocery store?
Gas station. It's almost $6 for unleaded.
Hey, if you own a gas station, you're gonna make a hell of a lot of money, man.
Right.
Okay, so now this last question. For all feelings aside, in the 2v2, who would you rather be your partner? Keely Brown or Jada Session?
No, you didn't ask me that.
I did.
It depends on who I'm playing. Who I'm playing against.
You say the politically correct answer. Stop trying to do that. Stop trying to do that.
If it's me and another guard, if we playing against a guard, I'll take Keely. If we playing against a big, I gotta take Jada.
So you depend on who you play.
Depend on who I'm playing. We playing a guard, I gotta go with Keely. We playing a big, I gotta take my big girl.
Okay. So now you completed this or that. How'd you like it?
I didn't hear you.
You completed the game, this or that. How did you like it?
Oh, it was good. I like it. That was cool.
Okay, so talk to me about Title IX from while you were growing up to now in year 2022.
I think we still have a long way to go when it comes down to women's basketball. Just for what I'm in, but across the board, soccer just had a huge win on their end to be paid equally with the men's soccer team. But I think we have so far to go. I know last year during the tournament, I know a lot of the maybe last year or the year before, I think it was last year if I'm not mistaken, a lot of the women's basketball players was posted in the weight room at the NCAA tournament as far as the gifts they got compared to what the men got. And I never really paid attention to that when I was at state or Chipola, as far as, of course, we won our conference every year. So going to the NCAA tournament and going to the NJCAA tournament, seeing what we got compared to what the boys, got, the disparity in that. So I think we have a long way to go with that. And what's crazy to me, the craziest thing is that a lot of these people that's in position that's making these decisions, they have daughters. So I don't understand why, as a man, you wouldn't want your daughter to get, what she earned. No one is asking for anyone to give women anything. We're asking to get, what we deserve. Same thing I feel, as a coaching, just, in Georgia. I can only speak on that because that's where we're from, of coaches, same thing of us, basketball is really a year-round sport. If you had, when you're talking about the talent that comes out of the state or whatever in basketball, and you have, football coaches that make six figures to coach football.
They don't have one record.
That don't even win. And you have basketball programs, boys and girls. I know we're talking about Title IX, but I'm just saying, of just in general, how far we have to go and stuff that's winning. And, you take, like I said, we're talking about women, you take Coach Hank from Westlake. Hell, she won the GACO National last year. So.
It's just now Title IX, it's become more, everyone's keeping an eye on it because the power of social media.
Right. From
players to coaches to people who have power to say something, now they're saying something. And now people in that position have a fire lit up under them to make those decisions.
Right.
To improve where to go from back then.
Right. You know, it definitely came a long way, but you know, coming a long way, it isn't good enough. You know, like Dawn, you know, I think she was just having something where she was on the interview where I was talking about the 22.7 million, how long it took her to get there, where she already had earned that money before they even gave her the money. She was already a national champion before she even went back to the table. Like, you know, and again, you know, that ain't to shoot anything against the men's coach, but hell, you know, South Carolina has become a women's basketball school. And, you know, the boys coach is getting paid more than her. You know, you should get paid for your work. So I don't think it should be, you know, I don't believe even in the, you know, the whole, you know, equal pay to a certain extent. If I'm better than you, I'm better than you. So pay me for what I'm worth.
Run me my money.
Run me my coins.
I completely agree with you on that 100%. It's just that like the school in Athens, like the women's team, they go to tournament every year, but somehow the men draw a bigger crowd every time. I just don't get that.
Right. I mean, just like you take the whole situation, you talking about Title IX, what's going on with Brittany Griner, you know, regardless of the all other stuff, I don't want to get into all of that, but just the whole factor, her even being in Russia, you know, she is an all-star. she is she is one of the faces of the WNBA, and she had to leave and go play in Russia to make more money. She had to leave her hometown and her family. I mean, you have jokers that's sitting on the bench in the NBA that don't play at all and making $3 million to sit on the bench. So I mean, and you don't have the caliber of athletes, your LeBron James, your Jay Moran, Ja Moran, and all these players. Just, you know, Luca, they're not having to go play for another country in order to make money, to make ends meet. You know, we just passed where the WNBA have where they're able to house their kids for daycare.
That long?
Yeah, so that just happened. I believe it was last year. So where now they can, you know, house their kids, and yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy because, you know, just from being a former athlete at my level, I know the work that it takes, and you know that it took, you know, just at that level. So I can only imagine at the WNBA, you know, they fly commercial. So, I mean, they might have a game on Tuesday, in that game, got a game on Wednesday or whatever the case is. They got to fly and go play. I know Skylar Diggins put something on social media where they made it to the game the same day they had to play. There's no way in the hell that LeBron James would fly and play on the same day. That would never happen. So again, you know, I think we have a long way to go. You know, unfortunate, you know, Kobe passed, and he was one of those big faces, and was changing a lot of stuff and putting his eyes in the conversation. So we have to have more men of that caliber that have that type of fan base and that type of presence that people listen to them, kind of take over that fight and to continue to move us forward.
Okay. Great message. So now for the 30 for 30 for Title IX that just came out recently, how did that move you to want more for the women's game?
Oh man, I think it's just crazy what women are, you know, capable of doing right now. I mean, you talking about they're dunking. I mean, you got three, I think, that's at South Carolina now that's dunking. You know, so I know Ashley Watkins just signed there, and she's hanging in the air dunking. So you know, women basketball in itself, just a skill set and the stuff that women are able to do has changed. So I think you didn't have too many players that was like Dawn Staley. that like you spoke on earlier, that was flashy, that was get the crowd involved, and so on. And I think that women basketball is bringing that to the forefront. I mean, Fly J was the only McDonald's American All-American in the state of Georgia this year, and I mean, she is just fun to watch. I mean, how she engaged with the crowd and so on. So I think more so of that, and people actually being involved. I think it was a great time for them coming out with the 30 for 30, so people can understand how far women basketball have came to now. But I definitely think that they can move the needle a little faster than what it's being moved this way at all.
Okay, so now the direction of women's basketball. Are you happy that the direction is moving upward, or are you still not satisfied?
Oh yeah, you can never be satisfied. Happy is sometimes to be content. And you can never be satisfied. And my whole thing is, I know one of my nieces at least, she said that she wanted to be a basketball player, so she want to be a basketball player. That's fighting for that as well. So she's able, if that's something that any of my nieces want to do, that they're able to get paid for what that they're worth. You have jokers that's the NLI deal are getting paid more than women that's in the WNBA. They're actually getting paid. I mean, Paige Buckers is got 6-figure deals. And you got some women in the WNBA, not just one 6-figure deal. She has multiple, according to Gino. And she just signed with I think Crocs. And she's making more than people that's in the WNBA. So, we have to catch up. There's no way that a college athlete should be making more than a professional athlete. That's sad.
Yes.
And then the professional athlete have to pack their stuff up and go overseas and play for more money.
That's crazy. That's sad, man. We need to do better as a community to make the women's game more for the future and for the present, for the future generations and now. Because women's basketball, if people actually sit down and watch women's basketball, it's actually enjoyable to watch.
Of course.
Like my mom, she was like, oh, we finna go to a women's game. She cared for the boys, she cared for the sweat, but we finna go to these girls' games. She had me right there behind the bench watching the game all the time. As a little boy, I know what was going on, but all I knew is them girls could hoop.
Right.
Them girls could hoop. So I'm an advocate for the women's game to be pushed forward and to be better for future generations. And I'm right there with you. I'm not satisfied. I mean, yeah, the tables are turning, but it took how many years to do it?
Right.
So we gotta do better. So now, for you, you're confident. You're never satisfied. Are those some of those principles you take in life and on the court, or you have many others?
Yeah, definitely. Just keep God first. That's a lot. As well, where the confidence come from. I was raised up in church, so I believe heavily on that. God will give you the desires of your heart. So it just, some people look at some things as arrogance, but when you're talking about just being confident in your ability and being confident, even as far as in the faith that you have, that God's gonna do exactly what He said, what He promised you that He was gonna do. So it's a little deeper than that, but you would have to know me to get those type of conversations. So if you're on the outside looking in, you might just look at it as cockiness. No, it's just confident in knowing that there's a lot of stuff like God favor, and favor of failure. People look at failure as if it wasn't favor. It's always favor. It's always a positive outlook for everything. So, but that's my outlook on that.
Okay. So now, So now, when kids say they want to play for you and want to play on your team, what do you look for in them to show that, hey, they could be a part of this team, this program?
Um, I mean, just being passionate, really being about your business, and what I've learned, from coaching is the same way as a player. Like, you get in what you put in, you get out of it what you put in it, and unfortunately we live in a society where everybody think that their kid deserves 32 minutes. Unfortunately we live in that type of environment where recreation, everybody get a trophy. There's no losers. That's not life. In life, there's failures in life. And sports should be about teaching you how to work through those things and navigate, through disappointments and failures. And you might have didn't make the team. You might have didn't make the starting lineup. I mean, everybody know the story of Michael Jordan not making his team and coming home and telling his parents, and his mom told him to try harder. So, that, I think that generational thing is gone. So, as a coach, I think that's the biggest thing for me. That's why you kind of have to have that thick skin per se, that thick skin, and understand that you always have to do what's best for the program. You also have to do what's best for, on the average, I might just say have 22 girls. So it's always trying to, keep that in mind. And, as people that's not a part of that, you only care about the one item that you have that can connect all of that together. So, I mean, it's not easy. It's a lot that's required to put on that Luella uniform. And some people embrace it, and some people is, I wish you well, I love you. And that's how it is. At the end of the day, to me, like I said, my goal is to be one of the greatest high school basketball coaches, ever. And that is leaving a legacy, we have something in our gym with all the pictures of the girls, that have went to college. I have a group chat with a good bit of my alumni that's in it, and you got some that they didn't go to school for basketball. They went to school for other reasons. And it's not just about basketball. I like for them to understand that, one, you're a Black woman, so no one is going to give you anything. And the WNBA roster is very small. So use this tool in order to advance yourself and get where you want to get, and in life. So grades wise, I know it's cliche, a lot of people, but we take it very serious. We take it very, very, very serious. I had like 3-4 girls that had like 4.2, 4.3 on the GPA. I mean, on the team this year. I had a kid a couple years ago, Taylor Brown, scored perfect score on the ACT. So we take pride in the academic point as well, just for them, just understand, one, you're a woman. And it's not easy for us women, let alone for Black women. So
Okay. I mean, a perfect score on the ACT, man. God got y'all on that. But I couldn't take the test. I couldn't take the test at all. I couldn't take them tests at all. So you do all that. So now, which players reminds you of yourself a lot? Like, whoa, why are you acting like young Coach Brown?
I would say that reminds me of me. You mean game wise or personality?
Personality.
From the team this year, I don't know. From the team this year, I would say maybe Melanie Smith a little bit. Maybe. The year before that, definitely Courtney. She had a little attitude about herself on the court. Courtney Gardner. She had that feistiness in her, kind of like I did on the court. So I probably would say those two.
Okay. So now, you got a whole bunch of pregame rituals. I seen the sunglasses walking the gym, dressing up sometimes. Got a sweatsuit. I seen sunglasses on the court. So talk to me. What is your pregame ritual, playlist? What's on your pregame playlist, and what's your pregame meal? Because we all know we got to eat good before the game, but not too much.
Well, actually, we did this. We came out with the sunglasses this year. I think we're gonna continue to do that. So that was actually something that my assistant coach, Coach Pope, put together, and I think it kind of fit us. It fit our swag, who we are. So, and it kind of pissed a lot of people off too. So I think we'll stick with that. So we'll definitely be bringing the shades back again this year for sure. My playlist, actually, it's like 50-50, like gospel. I listen to a little church music here and there, but I'm actually a jazz person. I listen to jazz. Kirk Whalum is who I like. So yeah. And we always have a team theme song as well. Last year was Nuck If You Buck, so I'm not sure what it'll be this year.
Oh my gosh. First off, jazz in the headphones, I could see it actually with you. I can see it. I can kind of see it now. Yeah, but it's like cool, calm, and collected through your ears. On the course, a whole different animal.
Right.
I can see it. So now,
and food wise, for the most part, we have honey baked ham.
Honey baked ham. Whoa,
Yeah.
what's on your sandwich?
The basic, the ham, lettuce, the honey baked ham sauce, the honey, I think it's honey or something like that. Yeah, so it's basic.
Okay. So now you've been a player and now you coach. What are some of the best games you've been a part of on both ends on the hardwood?
Probably my first year in college when we won the championship. We beat Gulf Coast. So that's probably was player wise one of the best games. I hit the free throw, take us in overtime to win the game. So that was definitely one of the most memorable games. Coaching wise, we have had some crazy games coaching wise, but I would say the most memorable as of today, a lot of people would say think it'd be making it to the state championship game, but it actually will be us going to Carver, Columbus, and playing at their house. The energy was not just so much just the game, just the energy in the building was like electric. Like it was crazy. Like you would have thought that was the state championship game. It was literally electric in there. Like you couldn't hear yourself think. Like it was crazy. When we pulled up, the line was so long to get into the gym. Like it was just, that was like one definitely for the memory books. Definitely.
Wow. Line all the way wrapped around. Y'all put up in the bus. They had to take y'all through the back.
Yeah, and they actually kicked us out of there too. We was in there celebrating, They called the police on us and kicked us out. So I would definitely, they called the police on us and kicked us out of their gym. So that was like the craziest thing. Yeah.
Well, I'm already knowing that ride back home was sweet though.
Yeah, it was amazing. We had the speaker. We played Nuck If You Buck all the way home with the shades on in the dark.
Your team sure does have your personality through and through.
Oh yeah, definitely. I try my hardest to rub it off on them.
Through and through. So
you gotta feel good about yourself. Nobody else's job. You gotta love you. So yeah.
Okay. So now all those games that's happened in the past, what games do you look forward to playing this year?
I'm looking forward to going back to Macon. So whatever game that is, whoever that is.
I love it. Hey, she said in here first. We're gonna be back in that state championship. Let's believe that. You can step that right now.
Yeah, so
You can step that right now. Okay. So now what players you look forward to see growth throughout the season?
oh man, all of them, especially the seniors. I have seven seniors, I believe, returning. So just this group of seniors, Ariana Dyson. I mean, talking about number one power forward in the state, you know. So really looking for her to have an amazing year this year. Uh guard Cameron Berry. Uh, looking for her to really, step out of that shell of hers and be, be a lockdown defender and be able to create and make shots. Tamaya Stevenson, man, uh, Sosa, man, my senior class is Trinity Layton. Of course, we were returning 3 starters from last year. Melanie Smith, she's actually the youngest one out of that particular bunch. So I'm just looking for all of them, man. Even the junior class, freshman babies that we have. I'm known for starting freshmen, throwing them out there to the wolves. So it's just gonna be interesting to really see how hard they work and compete with each other. This year for playing time because nothing's gonna be given to anybody. So I'm excited to see how they compete with each other.
Okay, so you put people in college one way or another. Coach Brown gonna send them to college. They say I'm sending my baby to you because you put people in college. So what athletes have you sent who have you sent to college and where have they gone?
Oh man, Kamaya Hollished, she went to South Georgia Tech. She's currently at Auburn State. That's what she'll be playing at this year. Money McNeil should be at Detroit Mercy this year. Just to name everybody that we have that I've coached. Keely Brown, Fresno State, Jada Session, Farmer, Cartner Gardner, Coppin, Shakira Lowry, said Point, Zaria Bankston, West Georgia. I hope I didn't. Who? Oh yeah. My seniors this year, Evelina Davaloco, which to me was the hands down the best point guard in the state. Nobody can argue me that. She's going to Jacksonville. Natalie Martin, she's going to Miles College. I think then Maya went to Payne. So yeah, that's my seniors from this year, and then hopefully we go 7 for 7 this year with the senior class.
Okay, so out of the alumni group, give me your starting 5.
Oh man, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
Give me your starting 5 and why.
My starting 5. It is so crazy that you asked me that. Probably about 2 months ago, it was a whole debate on Twitter as far as Zaria Bankston, Kamaya Hollished, Keely Brown, Money McNeil, and Shakira Lowry versus Courtney Gardner, Jada Session, Ariana Dyson, Cameron Berry, and I want to say Tamaya. It was, oh man, that's so hard. That's hard. You ain't gonna make me answer that. Oh, you ain't gonna make me answer that. Jada Session, Keely Brown for sure. Evelina Davaloco. How many is that?
That's 3 right now. We got 2 more.
Oh man. You saying that's not graduated. You say alumni, right?
Alumni.
I have to pick nobody that's in school. Alumni only.
Alumni only.
Okay. Whew. Okay, so yeah, Jada Session, Keely Brown, Evelina, Amani McNeil, and then it'll be either Zaria Bankson or Kamaya Hollinshed.
Okay, so you told me in the beginning those first fives put together. Which five you think will win in the pickup game? With refs?
Who I think will win?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go with the first group.
The first.
Cause yes. Man, dang, I even forgot about Courtney. I forgot about Courtney. Yeah, it's so hard because you had like Money, Courtney, Z, Jada, Keely, Kamaya Hollinshed, like those kids was unreal good. But for as team A versus team B, Keely, Amani, Cam, Z, and Shakira, I think they'll win. I think because all of them was they were just tough. Like they was like hard nose tough. You know how like let me see, my team now they Hollywood. That team right there was like gutter. They was like gutter. My second group of babies, they Hollywood, you know. They got like the lashes done, the nails done. They're going to get massages before the game, manis and petties before the game. That my younger group though, yeah, they was different. Okay. Like they like when they say let's go to war, they like let's go to war. You know, but that second group was probably all the way around more skill. But the first group was some dogs.
Okay, so you taking the trench mob versus the pretty girls.
Yeah, versus my no, they Hollywood. They Hollywood. You know, they still grind. But you know, no group, I could put them on a bus. My second group, they want to go first class on Delta. The Hollywood.
Okay.
That's my fault though. That's my fault. They spoil right.
I mean, you wouldn't have it any other way though.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Okay. So now your career is just getting started. But talk to me about people that you met and you just been starstruck by you meeting them.
I didn't hear you. It was acting up.
Okay. Talk to me about your career, your coaching career and your playing career. You young, just 35. You aging just like fine wine. So talk to me about meeting famous people that you met and you were just starstruck by meeting them.
I don't know about being starstruck. You know, my brother-in-law, he used to play for the Raiders. So I mean, around celebrities, there's celebrity every day. You give me, you know. Yep. So I don't know about being starstruck about anybody. I feel like I'm a celebrity.
They meeting you're not meeting them.
Huh?
They meeting you, you're not.
Right. Well, actually, my brother-in-law took me to a game to my sister's husband to see the Dwayne Wade. So that's my favorite player. And I actually was able to go back in the tunnel and all of that. But I was so busy doing this. And he like, yo, Wade right here. But I didn't even get to speak or anything. So I don't think it'll be more so of a starstruck thing. I think it's more of a like pick your brain, want to get some knowledge from you type of thing or whatever. I don't think me really meeting somebody, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's nah.
But the thing is, I see you're a big LeBron fan.
Oh yeah, King James.
What 3 questions you would ask him?
What 3 questions would I ask King James? Just on the business side of how successful he's been off the court. Of course, just drop Hoops and Dream clothing line. So just talking about like getting that, going down that avenue, with him, far as just from the business aspect, and just you talk about Nike. Now,
What 3 questions you would ask King James?
oh, just on a business aspect of just how he's taking his business portfolio just to a whole nother level, being that we just dropped Hoops and Dreams clothing line. So just you talking about a 16, 15-year-old kid and then 19 years in a game of LeBron, and just for him to be just so successful on and off the court, just how he has built his portfolio, more so off of the court, that would be like the main question that I asked.
Okay. So now you told me you talked to Coach Sims about for advice. What other coaches or people you go to for advice?
It's a lot of like Jay Kern. She used to be the coach at Tennessee State University. My AAU coach, Coach Kimberly Davis. It's a lot of coaches, that I talk to or whatever. Like I said, I feel like no one knows it all. So I think it's big on, especially when you have those caliber coaches. My college coach, I call him, I send him film, on games that we play, and just get his personal opinion, as far as what I could have done better, as a coach or whatever. And that's even when I break down, film. I do a lot of stuff like that of what could I have called in this situation, or what I could have set us up and done different, in this situation. Because at the end of the day, you're still dealing with kids. So, but that's kind of the big thing. It ain't anybody really particular. Coach Bailey, he was our boys coach at Luella with me, the last four seasons. So, of course, me and him talk, put some stuff together, and I ask him his opinion and stuff on people. He'll look at scouting reports and stuff for me. So it's a small group of coaches that I definitely call, and like I say, I respect their thoughts and so on. How my AD, I pull her out of retirement, every now and then. So yeah, I mean it's always good to have some coaches that's been there, that that's done it, and I'm just always willing to learn, so.
Okay. So hearing all the things that you've heard throughout your whole life, what quote did you hear and it still sticks with you to this day?
Oh, fall 7 times, get up 8.
Tell me why that quote stuck with you so much.
I mean, it's life, like we talked about earlier. You're gonna have, failure is a part of life, disappointments, all of that stuff. So it's all about what you're gonna do next. You're gonna stay there, you're gonna pout, you're gonna soak in it, or you're gonna get up, put your boots back to the ground, and get to working. So that's always been it. Fall 7 time, get up 8. So yeah, it's just I mean it's self-explanatory. Like no matter what it is, like whether it's a game, whether you lose a game, you miss a shot, bad coaching call, whatever, like you can't stay stuck in it. You gotta move on, just learn from it, and get ready for the next one. So
Okay. So now it's the last question. Why do you love coaching?
Just being able to, I see me and a lot of kids, myself, I've been just a part of these kids' journey, on their life journey. Like I had coaches, like I said, Coach Sid Singletary. I was one of my little, I guess they call it little league now, coaches, and then Coach Stacy Maston played a huge part on my journey. Basketball. Being who I am, as far as basketball, the gateway to get me here. So I think it's important, uh, especially in women's basketball, that the ladies are able to see someone that looks like them, and so I try to be I try to be to them the coach that that I wanted. That don't mean that I always get it right, or whatnot, but that's the coach that I try to be, for them, and push them beyond, and give them tough love, push them to the edge right then, pull them back before they fall off, so just try to prepare them. I think that's what I'm here, just to be a servant of these kids, and just give back to to whatever community that I am in. And I think that's all being a coach is about, just being that other guidance figure for young women. So I just love it. And outside of that, I just love being on those sidelines on Tuesdays, Fridays, walking in the gym. I say probably 9 out of the 10 gyms that we walked in this year, we was booed. So that's like the best feeling in the world, like just being booed in the gym. It's like one of the most amazing. It take me back to my player days. Like, yeah, love it. Like, come on, say it louder, louder. So, I mean, that's like the best feeling in the world, or whatever, and just you be unprepared all week, and you get to see your girls go out there and compete. So, I mean, well, yeah, that's like the best part. Probably the best thing though that I like is being booed in the gym. That like gives me some type of satisfaction when I hear boos. I love it.
You love being the villain. You love being the villain.
Oh yeah, it's the most amazing thing in the world. It is absolutely amazing. I think that's more so the player side of me. Yeah, I love it.
Okay. So now, before you sign off, who would you like to see come on the podcast?
Who would I like to see come on the podcast? I would like to hear my girl at Fed, Ty Gilbert. I would like to hear her come on the podcast, and just so I could tune on and just tune into and listen to her journey and stuff, and that's someone I like to hear on the podcast.
Okay, I got you. Well, do you have any last words before we sign off?
No, man, just whatever that it is that you want to do in life, just believe that you can, and just understand that it's gonna be roadblocks, whatever. It's gonna be buzzer beaters. It's gonna be all those things, but you gotta laugh at it, smile, and get back to work, and just know that whatever you believe, there's nothing in this world that you can't achieve. It might be the most cliche thing in the world, but if you don't feel confident and have that type of confidence and drive in yourself, then it's kind of pointless. But I see everybody in March at Making Complex.
Hey, Coach Brown, Coach Swag, whatever you want to call it, she's gonna be there in March and make it on the sideline, coaching.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm signing off with Coach Brown. I'm your host, Jonathan Hooker. I'm signing off with one of the best coaches in Georgia. I'm saying it here first.
Thank you.
Coaches in Georgia.
Thank
Let's
you.
see you on the next episode. Peace.